Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the podcast Pixel Forge. Guys, here we are live again. Woo! In the studio, having fun. I'm your boy Sean. Here, my other co-host Josh.
Hello once again.
There you go. It's been an interesting week. A lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of stuff to cover, and yeah, it's just a lot to unpack. So we're gonna get into this
Prontish, I don't know, is that a word? Prontish? Yeah, we're getting into it pronto. If you hadn't listened to the other episode, go do that. But we're going to be talking a lot about Summer Games Fest this week because it continued after the PlayStation Direct and stuff. So I have a little bit for Warhammer, and I think I'll keep it to like 20 minutes like we did last time. I think that worked, to be fair. Yeah. And then, again, for all the Warhammer fans, it will go back to some normality after this week where we'll be covering it in a good space time.
Yeah, it's not much. Game will die down a bit after this week.
Yeah. It's died till probably end of the year when stuff comes out.
Nah, probably again maybe August. Gamescom again. It's all
of course.
Pick up.
How did I forget that? Yeah. Okay. Well, what I'll do is I'll cover some business updates from my side. I don't think you had anything this week.
Not again. No.
So, new releases. Again, if you listened to the last episode, go do that if you haven't. We've got some new stuff that came out. I've got new characters. So they're like chibi characters that you see, like the Nendroids, is it called? Those types of characters, the little figurines. We've got some of them on the website now, but it's like tactical dogs and magic cats and stuff like that. So it's got like a fantasy theme, but they're all animal themed.
Nice.
And part of that as well is to have, eventually when I can have a place to sell at Comic-Con, that type of stuff has a bit more of an appeal than just having straight like tabletop wargaming stuff, because it's not just all about that, right?
Yeah, it's the basic stuff.
So there's that as well. We got like a D&D set, so there was a Kickstarter that I backed, which was, it gave you all the miniatures. We also got like a lot of the rules and stuff like that. And one of the things I quite liked about that is it has like a, I'm trying to think of the word, for the bases you can put the based character into like a clip, and then when you play D&D and even Warhammer, you might have status effects, so you might have like critically wounded or sleep or something like that. You can actually slot physical assets into the slotter for you to then kind of see it. So check the website if you want to see that. All the pictures are up there and you'll get a better idea of that. That's pretty cool. And then just more scenery. Yeah, I've got like a mafia themed like bank, like a 70s New York. No, 70s is probably the wrong era. 60s is even 40s, maybe 40s, 50s. Yeah, it's like that style, like mafia gangster style sort of scenery and stuff. So that's on the website as well. So check that out.
Yeah, I might have to check that out myself. Have a look at that, see what you're saying.
And then I've ramped up outreach work. So we've got changes to the social posts. So you might have seen it already if you are following on Instagram. You must be if you've got this, because that's the only way you're going to get here other than Spotify.
There you go.
But we've redesigned the posts so that they're in like a template, look a bit more professional, looks really nice. Jamelia helped me sort that out. So I think we've got one post which is actually one of the chibis, like a tactical dog. So go check that out if you want to see it. It's really nice. Looks a bit more professional, I guess, than what we were doing before, where we just had the picture and putting it on there, hoping for the best. And then also I partnered up with Department of Wargaming, which is another tabletop wargaming community. And they basically redesigned their website to make it more of a communal hub. Yeah. So I sent them a flyer, which you saw last week. You didn't see it because we haven't posted the video yet. But when I post the video, you'll see the flyer there, and you can see it on the website as well. And that's basically, and you can see that on the website. And it's designed so that like more people see either more the artist's work, my website, any other seller websites and stuff like that. It's all like, as I said, just a communal hub for that. So that, and I think that's done quite well. We've seen followers sort of slow, but followers have gone up. That's good. Which are almost at 100 followers on Starlight Forge, which I'm really happy about.
Great.
So I'll probably do a giveaway or something for 100. Not that it's not tens of thousands, but
we'll start somewhere, man. Honestly, man.
So, there's that, and then the last thing for business updates is been talking about events.
Yeah,
we've talked about them.
Yeah, I was going to say something after you finished doing it.
Yeah, I was going to say anyway.
That's fine.
So you do have something for the business.
Just a little something. Just a little tidbit, yeah.
I was talking with Jamelia and Chris actually again, and talking about like doing events that anyway. I've talked about this for a long time now, but doing events where it's for the word's gone out of my mouth. Networking, social networking and stuff like that, but it will have a gaming theme. And we've talked about having one where like we'd have tabletop games run alongside video games, whether that is Warhammer video games or any video games and stuff like that. So starting to look at that and starting to look at places, and I'm sure that's what you're going to cover in a second.
Yeah.
Talk about places, yeah. And just sort of getting a feel out. And the reason I bring that up is obviously one, it's important because we're going to have a physical place, and even with Starlight Forge, I've always said like one is to give back to the community and make wargaming accessible for everyone, but also I've always wanted to have a space for you to go and play.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll probably be like if you're playing tabletop, it's just going to be a bunch of stuff that I would normally sell that you can use instead of having, you don't have to worry about bringing your own stuff or anything like that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to kind of figuring that stuff out.
Yeah.
And I guess a tidbit onto that before you go into the events thing is looking for a space as well. Potentially sussed a solution that's closer to home and makes a bit more sense. So we'll give you more updates as that comes. But yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, events and stuff, definitely want to go have more time to give back to everyone and reach as many people as we can as well through our businesses and stuff like that. So I've been kind of looking at certain spaces. I know someone with a space right now. So I'm just trying to work out details of that if it goes through. I'm not 100% if that's going to happen yet, but I'm going to have to obviously call a few people and see what's going on here and there. But obviously, yeah, that's potentially one space that we could use, which is nearer to where I am. But you shouldn't be no problem with travel.
No, it's all London based.
Yeah,
actually,
it's all London based.
Everything's London based.
Yeah. So that should be fun. And
yeah,
I know obviously I haven't got nothing really that much with the business to talk about, but if you do need a party, if you are looking for an event or anything like coming up now, soon, whenever, I'm here. So Gaming Party Pros, hit me up on Instagram and we'll get things sorted.
There you go, subtle plug, I love it. So, yeah. Cool, yeah, that's everything I had for business updates. That's all you've got. So thank you for listening. This is a PSA announcement. Now we'll move on to Warhammer and Wargaming news, and then there should be like, weakest link. That should be there, but it's obviously not there. Do you know what I mean?
Sound effects.
So we'll start with 3 models.
Yes.
And you can see there's 3 on the table.
3 glorious little models on the table.
Yeah, glorious. One isn't primed because that was a last minute get it and make it because I put it on my list of things to show you.
Okay.
Last minute. So we'll start with Uriel.
Is that the bike one?
What?
Is the bike one, the one with the bike that's not primed? Is that?
Well, no.
I don't.
There's 2 in black and 1 in grey.
My bad. I'm looking. Do you know what it was? I looked at it.
He's cooked, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm finished.
No, to not be so patronising. No, that is not the primed one. It's the one that's grey. Right. So that's Uriel Ventris. So if you want to go ahead and grab that.
Can I go grab that one?
Yeah, do you know, I half expect you to pick up the bike. Even if you didn't mean it. Anyway, next time. So Uriel Ventris,
yes.
He's a significant figure within the chapter I collect Ultramarines, but also I guess a significant figure within the universe who just recently became this chap. So, when I told you about the old style Marines and Primaris Marines,
yeah.
He originally was an old style Marine. He's now passed over into a Primaris Marine, which is like a big upgrade and stuff. And we'll probably, when we get to Space Marine 2, we'll probably learn a little bit more about the transition from a normal Space Marine to Primaris based on what happens to Titus. But anyway, so he is the fourth company commander. So there's 10 companies within a chapter, and he's the commander of the 4th one in the Ultramarines. His heraldry, I'm pretty sure the 4th company is like a green. So on the box art, and when I paint him, he'll have his cape will be green, just to signify that that's his deal, right?
Is that just the clan thing? Is that just the green? That is that clan?
The green is like it's the, like how different military divisions might have like an insignia to signify which division they are.
Is that to do with almost like stripes? Like
it
whatever.
might be a wolf or a lion or
whatever,
stuff like that. Yeah, they within the Ultramarines to signify which company you're in, it's colours as well. So there's all iconography and stuff like that. But as I said, the 4th chapter's colour is green. So if you see anything where it's got like green highlights or any green colouring, it usually means that they're part of that company, because sometimes companies might mix. You might need like a some companies will be more focused on like mechanized, so like tanks. Some companies will be devoted to stealth. Some companies will be just your baseline.
But with that, are they different colours as well?
Yes.
So that one would have like green mixed with another colour, possibly. Saying like he's
Ultramarines-
working on half and half, like he works for any squad basically, or is it?
No, all Ultramarines will be blue no matter what.
No matter what. Okay.
He'll just have the green to signify he's part of the company within that.
Mm-hmm.
And the same for any other chapter, like Space Wolves. They've got a specific armor color,
Yeah.
but they'll have different shoulder colors based on the companies they're associated to. They just mean different things and have different tactical attributes to that company. I can't remember those tactical attributes for the fourth company, but
That's cool.
as I said, you might have fifth company as predominantly a tank regiment. They'll still have infantry and stuff, but it's more tanks. But that's not to say that his company wouldn't have transport vehicles. They might just not have a lot of like heavy tank vehicles like other company might have. Basically, is what that is. And so anyway, to the point of why he's significant is during the Battle of Macragge, which is quite a significant battle for the Ultramarines.
Okay.
He was vital in not only trying to stop Mortarion, who is basically the demon primarch of the Death Guard, which is a Chaos Legion, but he was also there to help Rabute Gilliman. You know, I said to you, the primarch, like the god of the Ultramarines, was there to help him get him back after he'd effectively come back from the dead. Effectively, so he's quite a significant character from a lore perspective.
Okay.
Which is probably also why they gave him a model, because typically when they do models releases, it usually has some link to a I can't think of the word, like the lore.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a key point in the lore, they will usually release a model. And I think around the time when they released that model, that's when all the stuff where Rabute was sort of coming back from the dead and stuff, where that was all really kicked off.
In like the laws and stuff right now, is there ones key figures that should be made, like people that should be made, and they've just overlooked them, or is there outrage like people wanting?
There are people. Outrage is probably a strong word, although I say that for GW it could be. Yeah, there are characters that haven't had a release that probably should have. Like for example, I'll give you an example of Gaunt's Ghosts. Right, it's a book. It's set quite far. I say far in the past. It's still the 41st millennium, but it's set in quite some time in the past before current 40k, right? But they got a model release just because of how how renowned they are. But they you wouldn't see them in current 40k from like a reading the book lore perspective because of how much time there's been. So yeah, so stuff like that can happen. It just depends on like where the state of like.
So is that like a special set then? Like is that ultra rare that no one?
Oh no, I wouldn't say ultra rare because they were re-released. The original models will be rare. The metal models that they originally had for the Gaunt's Ghost line would be rare, but now like that's quite a easy to pick up box of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, so as I said, I ordered him because I had a £10 voucher and he was the one I ordered, but I thought I'd bring him because I don't think I've shown you any specific characters yet.
No.
So I figured he'd make sense to be the first one, right? And then the other one we've got is Captain in Terminator armor, which is the chap at the back.
Yes.
So he's also a captain like Uriel Ventress. Ventress is a captain. The only difference being he's like a captain that you'll find captaining captains. He's like any other captain, right?
All right.
Terminator armor is significant because that's like, I don't know how to. It's just better armor. Like the Terminator, you'll typically find Terminators or actual Terminators themselves. You'll find something called Space Hulk. They tend to do like quite deep tactical missions. Yeah. And they tend to have like heavy weaponry. As I said, the armor is really strong. Like it's just a heavier armor, especially heavier than, when I showed you the heavy intercessor last week, the one that had the underslung bolter. Mm-hmm. They have a different type of armor, which is Gravis, and it's like a hardened version of the normal intercessor armor. With Terminator armor, it's this whole own thing. So they're quite significant. For a captain to have that, it's quite significant at the same time, even though it's just a captain. We really saw that happen when the box set Leviathan came out, and that kind of covered that. He released with that, and when they revamped the Terminator, so that came out. So I thought I'd show him because he's pretty cool.
Like the base and everything that's cool in this as well.
Yeah, I got extra copies before someone complains from the magazine issues to make a Terminator squad using his template, but I replaced the heads and the armor and the equipment. So he didn't. Sorry, just to give you an example. So he didn't. I took away like the heraldry and the shoulders and the equipment he had, and replaced it for normal standard Terminator stuff. Mm-hmm. And the only real thing that I changed was like I got rid of some of the heraldry. I kept the cape, and I took off the iron halo on the top. So he still had some of the details. So it was just a kit bash. I just turned.
So you just basically remixed it, like you just
because
just
this is
did your own thing.
from the magazines that are out at the moment. He was part of issue 1, and issue 1 was like what, £2-3 or £4. So to get and these characters are like 15 to 20 quid.
Oh wow!
So that's why obviously naturally you're going to stock up. And no, I didn't do the scalper thing because I actually got 5 because that's the whole thing as well.
There you go.
And I got 5 of these because, as I said, I wanted kit bashing them. I did. Maybe I'll show you them on another episode. I'll show you the kit bashed team because I'll bring the whole team in as a squad.
Yeah,
to show you. That's what I did with him. And then lastly, Chaplin on a bike.
Indeed.
This is the chap that you thought was unprimed.
Indeed.
Just to clarify.
He's primed. He's primed.
So I think I talked about Chaplins before. You know when I told you about, I think it was in the 2nd episode when I said, that like you had when I showed you librarians, you have librarians and chaplains.
Yeah.
And this is the chaplain. And when you get to Space Marine 2, you'll learn a bit more about the chaplains. They're kind of like the priests.
Because he looks similar to the first one. You look similar to this guy. Or am I just bugging?
You're bugging a little bit. They're like the priests. So they when I was saying to you, the chaplains, they invoke the doctrine that the Space Marines go by, like the rule book.
Yeah.
That's what that is. So that's what he is, sorry. So he will almost like preach it and verse it and ensure that Space Marines
follow the rules.
Following the codex, right? And that's why I thought shame. And he's on a bike as well. So, and that's a newer bike. So before him, thank you very much. Before him, they had like different bikes. So this is a revamped bike. This came out when it was around the time when the Captain and Terminator armor came out. Yeah. These guys are pretty cool. It's pretty cool to see him on a bike because you can imagine he's giving like holy, like retribution to people.
It's crazy. Like sick the detail on the bike as well. I mean, it reminds me of obviously Gears and stuff. Like,
they're kind of like that. Yeah.
It's insane. Like the bike's almost pretty much identical. Almost.
Yeah, God, I forgot about the bikes. Yeah, the bikes. Yeah. It is kind of like that. But yeah. So these guys are pretty cool, and you can get normal squads, normal Space Marines on bikes. This guy's just, as I said, he's just a unique character for being. Yeah, so that's what that is. Yeah, those are the 3 characters. That's the 3 models I brought you this week. Kind of a plethora of different stuff: character, vehicle.
Yeah,
captain. Yeah, it's kind of a mixture of stuff.
I think let's keep mixing the vehicles. I think there's so many vehicles that I've seen anyway. So yeah, I'll have to
I think with vehicles, I may even just do one vehicle because. They're quite big models to transport anyway, but it's probably a lot to talk about. Yeah. But we'll see anyway. I mean, if not, I can bring a couple. But yeah those are 3 models this week. I'm happy to get you Ventress finally. He puts me one step closer to having every special character in the app.
Okay.
Because I've almost done that. So there's that as well. But yeah, cool. Thank you. So now we'll move on to wargaming news.
Yeah,
and then
let's hear what's going on in the
weakest link. No, that's me. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? What am I going on? Weakest link. I'm the weakest link.
You are the weakest link right now.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Oh, Lord. Okay. So we have a few different bits, actually. I didn't think I'd have as much wargaming news this week as I imagined, but things happened. And I'm going to do this a bit in reverse order to what I actually have it as. So one thing that actually quite big thing that happened this week was the Games Workshop website went down.
Oh, wow.
They put it down. Now you'd think, oh, no, DDoS, but it's not a DDoS attack. Basically, the pre-orders were coming up for the new Horus Heresy box set, which is like a new edition, right? I think we talked about it before.
Yeah, I think we did.
But they found that scalpers were using bots to soak up the pre-orders.
Oh, wow.
And for the first time ever, GW haven't done it. They actually pulled the site down to stop it from happening.
So did they reverse people's pre-orders or just like... or did they just close it down for a minute just to calm it down?
What they were saying is they were reversing the ones they found to be, like the bot.
Yeah.
They've reversed them, but what they did do afterwards is they released like a form that you could fill in, and then you put your email address and stuff, so then they could track people to make sure people had the opportunity to say, I want to get one. Yeah. I did it. I don't know if I'm going to pick up the box, but I did it because I was curious to see how that process works, to understand it for anybody that does want it.
Yeah.
At least we can talk about it and explain that, right? But yeah, I was quite surprised. I've never seen GW do that like that before. But I think GW have been getting a lot of slack because of that stuff, because people can't pick up boxes.
From previous box sets and stuff, yeah.
There was even stuff where, like, I think there was one scalper that had boxes and boxes of an edition, and he couldn't shift them because third-party websites were doing what GW done, where they were stopping scalpers from being able to bulk buy them up. So obviously it's messing them up. But like,
he probably have to go to a car boot. So
yeah, but they shouldn't. They shouldn't
try and sell.
They shouldn't do it. They shouldn't anyway, that's a whole nother story. But yes, the main reason I brought that up is I was surprised GW had decided to pull the site and try and fix it. Do you know what I mean? I've never seen them do it before. So there was
most sites now they should do. I mean, obviously, like PlayStation did with the PS5 Pro stuff. I think they did a thing where you have to sign in your PlayStation account, have a certain amount of hours clocked.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Before you can even pre-order one, like so something like that. Other sites should do, like if your membership shows how many years you've been or something like that. Like just help you get one or secure a box or whatever instead of like fighting, like say the bots and stuff like that, which is insane.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of like local game stores and third parties started doing. They're starting having to do that themselves. You know what I mean? So at least GW have done it this time. I'm sure a lot of people appreciate it and them doing the form. As I said, that's why I brought it up because actually I think that's quite a noteworthy thing on them. Do you know what I mean? So there was that. But yeah, that was one thing this week. That was quite late into this week as well where they did that. The other things, pre-orders. They did a Beastmen made to order. So you know, like the metal miniatures I've talked about before. They had a release for that for the Beastmen, which is a fantasy faction, but also a 40k faction slightly. So they released those. You have Kill Team Typhon, which is Admech versus Tyrannid, which is basically the units you get as servitors, which are like people that have been almost like wiped. I guess is they're wiped and then they just become an autonomous being, right? And then Raveners, which are like a newer model of Tyrannids, and they kind of like burrow underground and they're kind of worm-like and stuff. You'll see them when you play Space Marine 2. You'll see them. I'll point them out. So that's coming out, which is pretty cool. I did kind of want to get it because I wanted to boost up on servitors, but I don't think I'm getting this kill team because I already have loads that I haven't opened anyway.
There you go.
So there's that. Sanctifiers and Goremongers have been getting solo releases. That was the previous kill team. Sanctifiers are kind of like, they're an Inquisition squad, but they're kind of like they've got like, imagine like grimdark priests.
Oh wow!
It's kind of like that. Like they've got like eyes bandaged up and psychers and all that stuff. That's really cool. And then the Goremongers are like they're a chaos faction, but they're kind of like a Neanderthal cross like berserker type characters as well. I have to show you it later on so you get an idea. But yeah. That's coming out. And then speaking of Forest Heresy, there's Battery Team, which is basically like, like in modern military where you have the robot dogs that have like the guns on them.
Yes.
It's kind of like that, but they're like small half-tracked little tank vehicles, for example, with like a mounted weapon and then 2 Space Marines that control them. They're coming out as well.
Okay. Like RC little cars like.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. Micro machines of death.
Cool.
So yeah, there's that. And then lastly, Space Marine War Master Edition came out. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm so happy. It's so good. I'm happy you're enjoying it.
That's the big thing. I've definitely been enjoying this game. Actually, I'm on the last part of the game.
No, you surpassed me. I hadn't.
Yeah.
Where was what was the last thing? I can't remember the last thing I did, but
I'm literally fighting the boss. Like the last, chapter 16. I'm on chapter 16.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm there. I could have done it yesterday, but I was just like, so tired. I was like,
yeah. What I find now when I play games is if I get to a bit where I die more than once, I'm like, I'm tired.
Yeah, that happened before.
Yeah,
many times.
Oh, I'm glad you got that far. You're enjoying it though.
Oh, loving it. I mean, there's certain parts that's just like, I feel like they could just cut, like especially the walking parts. You go through door after door after door. I'm like, just one door. Let's get into the action. Let's carry. I
remember it's a 360 game. They used to do all of that. It just be like, corridors and action and corridors.
It's
and
crazy,
action.
But it's good. That story's good. Obviously the characters and stuff. Yes, I'm having fun. with it.
And for all you at home that know Space Marine, Sean already picked up how everybody hates Leandros.
Oh, I picked that up straight away.
Yeah, he's an arsehole.
Do you know what's funny? I don't want to spoil anything because I'm not sure if anyone's really playing the game yet or not played it. But there's a part where I thought he was cooked, and I was like, I got so happy. He wasn't good. No, he was all right. He's safe.
He's an interesting character.
Yes.
I don't like Leandros at all, and I put that as one of the points as we still hate him.
Yeah.
So there we are.
Honestly.
Yeah, he's an absolute jar.
This guy.
And the other things I mentioned was visual upgrades, like you can see where it's had a bit.
Yeah, you can tell. I mean,
the previous game.
You can understand it was an old. Obviously, it's an old title. You can look at it, but as soon as you see it, like the blockiness of it. But it's like I say, it's almost got that smooth rendering over it now. Like everything's running good. Like the guns, there's so many different guns you run through as well, like lasers and plasma pistols and the 2 different submachine guns and stuff like that, and the different melee weapons like the hammer, the axe, the sword, and it's just insane. Like the combos and stuff we do with them are so nice as well. It's so satisfying.
Got him, boys. He's cooked.
I'm definitely hooked on that. Definitely hooked on that one.
And then I just put, for me, it was great to replay it again. Like, it was replayable. It's not like sometimes when you have the rematch, you're like, oh yeah, I'll play through it, and then you get like halfway through a campaign and you're like, yeah, fine, whatever.
Yeah.
I kind of did that with Gears originally when the Ultimate Edition. I kind of played halfway through and I was like, it looks great, but I've done it already. You know what I mean? But this was nice to play it again. I don't know how often I will play it again, because it's just. I
feel like this is a one and done for me as well. Once I finish
that's
it,
what I mean. Yeah.
I mean, to me, it's a short game because I pretty much done it in 2 days, like under 2 days almost.
I think I saw a video on YouTube where someone had done it in 4 hours.
Yeah, it is that short,
which is fine because the games were that short at that time.
Yeah,
so
that's good as well. At least you do it. You can move on to the next game as well. You ain't got to think about your back.
And with Space, well, I said to you with Space Marine 2, we've got nine extra story-based co-op missions, and then you've got the campaign as well that we can all do in co-op. Me and you can do in co-op together and stuff. So that'll add to it.
I'm excited to jump onto that one.
It'd be good. That's everything I've got for Warhammer this week. I actually went a bit over what I ensembled in my head that I would need to cover. But yeah, some cool stuff to come.
Indeed.
But I think what we'll do now is get over to the gaming stuff with
gaming
Sean
stuff, indeed.
and cover a whole host of stuff.
I mean, we kind of started already because that's
true.
all right with the Space Marine.
Yeah, that's true.
You can just carry on
right.
basically. So Space Marine definitely was up there this week. Could get into section now, obviously what you've been playing. What have you been playing this week apart from Space Marine?
Damn. Space Marine.
There you go. That's it.
A bit of Destiny.
Yeah, we played Destiny.
We
played a bit of Destiny the other day as well. That was fun.
Yeah.
Have you been playing your handheld stuff? I know you're playing Pokemon. You told me.
Oh yeah, son of a gun. Yeah. Yeah, because actually my Heart Gold and Soul Silver, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, that's the name. Heart Gold and Platinum turned up on DS.
I actually would believe that name as well because it sounded so good.
Yeah, I said it so clear, but it's the two games names put together because I'm cooked. That's really nice to be playing that again. I've been playing Fire Red still. And yeah, so now I've got Platinum and Heart Gold. I've got Heart Gold in my DS, so I think I'm going to flick between playing Fire Red and Heart Gold because it's 1 and 2 effectively. And then when Emerald turns up, I'll switch from playing Gen 1 and then go Gen 2 to Gen 3 and try and move up as much as I can because I'm trying to think of where Platinum would sit. But anyway, yes, Pokemon.
Okay. I'm not sure if you did. Did you complete RoboCop?
Yeah, I did.
Yes, we both complete RoboCop this week. Yeah.
and 2 things. One, I was totally wrong about using the pistol the whole time in the game, so on you.
How do you think I felt at the end? I got to the end, I was like, okay, where's the pop-up? Where's the pop-up? Now, I went through the achievements, there was nothing there on it.
I'm convinced that existed.
And I was like, the whole game, I picked up no other weapon. I just used a pistol the whole time.
Sorry.
It's all right, though, because the pistol's powerful as hell.
Yeah.
The pistol was, you don't need any other gun, personally. The pistol is overpowered as it is. Yeah. And once you get any upgrades to the boards, the circuit boards and stuff like that, it's insane as it is. So, but yeah, it was a great game. Great game.
Great RoboCop was wicked. I'm still surprised.
Yeah.
Because I have completely forgot about Doom. Yes, I'm bringing it up again.
And it is obviously like a slow-paced game. Like, it's not, you're not moving, not sprinting. Do you know what I mean? RoboCop's not like Sonic out here. So it's cool. Like, but just the environments, the characters, sometimes there was a bit of glitching sometimes, but it was...
It's a double A. It comes with a double A.
It's a great game.
Yeah, it was great. I loved it.
It was a fantastic game.
Also, Chris North, that's your cue to go play it because I know you've got it and you haven't played it yet. And we went and saw the RoboCop film. Do it.
Get on it.
Yeah.
What else have I been playing today? This week, sorry, even today. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Oh yes.
The 3 and 4 demo. Did you play it at all? Did you download it?
No.
Did you give it a try? It's good. Like it's so. For me, it's super fast paced now. Like back in the day, it didn't feel so fast. Like I feel like now, all these games that come out now are just like your reaction times and everything has to be like on point because like otherwise just finished. Like when I first started playing the demo, I was crashing like every like 2-3 tricks. But now I'm starting to get the pace of it and I'm grinding, jumping from, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All the flips and tricks, whatever. So like it's super fun. Obviously, you get 2 characters in demo. You get Tony Hawk's and you get this girl. I can't remember her name, but you get a girl character as well. and the Doomslayer is there.
Yes, I saw
but
it. Yeah.
it says you have to obviously purchase the deluxe edition to play that character right now in the demo if you want to. But you have 2 levels. You have the college and you have the foundry to play as well, which is pretty cool. So yeah, it's fun.
Actually, to that, I think one thing I will say that I saw for the trailer during Summer Games Fest is they actually had Bam in the trailer.
Yeah, Bam was in the trailer. Yeah,
because remember all the controversy about whether they were included,
Yeah.
and then Tony wanted him in. It was nice that they then put him in the trailer.
Yeah, to see that. Yeah.
So.
I mean, who do you actually think maybe they'll have crossover into the game? Do you think anyone else?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know if it is. It'd be maybe Marcus or Dom or something.
Can you imagine? That'd be crazy.
Yeah, there's loads of stuff they could do with that, actually.
Yeah, they always do it anyway. They always put someone wacky in the game if it's like a
Doomslayer.
Yeah.
Make any sense. When does he skateboard?
There you go. Anyway, moving on. Nintendo. 4 days after they launched the Switch 2, they've sold 3.5 million in the first 4 days.
I don't know how they've done that. Oh, no, sorry. I know how they've done it.
I mean, congratulations.
Yes.
Like, do you know what I mean? That's definitely a big milestone. Like, worldwide, 3.5 million. Like, it's insane. But I just feel, me personally, I feel like it's almost going to hit a peak and it's going to tail off now. Like, because...
Well, if you look at all the stuff around it...
I think it will tail off, but then it will kind of maybe jump back up a little bit. Maybe if they launch whenever like Donkey Kong, maybe when Metroid comes out and stuff, like, it's going to be up and down right now, to be fair, with that. The numbers.
There's a bit of a tactic to that, though, because I think, you know, like when you think of Pokemon Go, you had the summer, obviously it was a pandemic, you had the summer release, it smashed it during the summer, and then obviously it died off and then kind of picked back up again. This will be the same thing.
Yeah.
Switch will pick up because of the summer, and people are going to, you know, like kids are off for the summer holidays, all that stuff, they're playing it.
Pokemon's at the end of the year as well,
exactly,
to be fair.
Yeah, and then, as Nintendo always do, it will switch over into Christmas time, and it will spike again, and then you'll have kids getting Switches for Christmas and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I think it will only get more and more surged as it goes on. Do you know what I mean?
No, I'd say congratulations to it. It's
Yeah.
insane that it's done them numbers, and it's only 4 days.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we just gone past, after recording today, just had a week. So, God knows what the numbers is now a little bit.
Probably talk about it next time.
Yeah, we'll see next time. 100%. But yeah, moving on from that, we are going into the Summer Games Fest and all these showcases that we had over the weekend and the days after, to be fair. There was a lot, absolute lot to cover.
Yeah, I covered a fair bit more than Sean, not to say that it's any...
I think I watched bits and pieces of each thing. There was so much, too much to even just cover. Like, I think I was watched... Me right now, my notes that I got here covered in the Summer Games Fest and the Xbox Showcase. I know you've got notes for everything, everything else after that.
Yeah, I had the time.
So, but yeah, let's dive into the Summer Games Fest. I think that was when we last did the podcast. It was on that
just before. Yeah,
it was a couple hours before it, wasn't it?
Yeah,
so obviously we had our predictions and stuff like this. And
I called one of them, didn't I? By the way,
what did you call?
You said Halo, and I said Gears.
Did you say Gears?
Yeah, I said they would show Gears over Halo, yes.
Okay.
Or go back and rerun it.
Oh, yeah, I said Halo. Yeah, you're right. I'm looking at my notes right now.
Yeah, I don't need to look at the notes because I know that as soon as I saw Gears, as soon as I saw Gears, I was like, I've called it. I bloody called it.
But, yeah, that was insane. Like, the Summer Games Fest wasn't great.
I don't think any of them have been great, to be totally honest.
I beg to differ, probably, on one of them.
Okay, we'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
Yeah,
but it was okay. Like, the Summer Games Festival was all right. I mean, Jeff Keighley always tries to have a spectacle event. Like, do you know what I mean? He had was it in Los Angeles Theatre, I think it was. So he had all the developers, everyone down there for it. And it just lacks substance for me. I feel like there was games that kind of hit, but then it was just like, I feel like it was just a load of fillers like half the time. Like, it was, I mean, for me personally, I think it was just probably games I wouldn't play. So I think that's why I didn't feel.
I think that's where it stems from.
I didn't feel the event as much as I should have. Like, do you know what I mean? I mean, some of the games are great. Some of them like meh, but
I think ever since I just don't think any of that stuff will be the same because E3 had everyone under one roof, and now it's all split up. Like people just doing what they want, which is fine, and they're entitled to that. Yeah. But it just doesn't have the same like. I feel like even like with the stuff that you might not necessarily play, if it was all within the same sort of time and energy, like if it was over 2 days in the same place, I feel like the whole thing would be different.
No, I hear you. It could easily maybe next time spread out, but I don't think it will.
I don't think they will. I don't think they want to take the risk of like. Remember in the final days of E3 when like Sony pulled out, then I think it was Nintendo then Xbox, and like people started pulling out, and that was the sign it was going to die off, and it did. So I think to do that again, they probably wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, the show was okay. I mean, you had parts when Hideo Kojima came out talking about Death Stranding 2 and stuff like that. I mean, for me, I didn't need to see that because I think you have a showcase after doing the whole. I'm not sure how long it even was. I didn't even watch it, so I'm saying I don't know how. Might have been half an hour, 45 minutes, maybe talking about the game, going behind the scenes and stuff like this. So you didn't really come on stage. And that trailer for me, I didn't understand what was even going on. Like
it's Kojima.
I didn't even know what was happening. I was like, okay, two people having a conversation, and it was just
to reveal those two actors.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I guess two characters, but for me, I've never because I haven't played number one properly. I think I played a little bit of it, so I didn't really. Even if they were in number one, I don't know. So.
Yeah, even there was one character he's talking about. I can't remember, but because I haven't finished the first game, he says, "Oh, the way they talk about the character, like, okay, so they're obviously not around anymore, right?" But anyway,
yeah. And obviously the way they revealed Resi 9, like it was the same. It was like he teased it. It kind of, I don't know, it kind of flopped like the way that he teased it first, and then they revealed it at the end of the show. Like it was like, what was the point? Just say the game. Like we know.
Yeah, I even
people know it's coming. Like Jesus Christ.
I even remember saying like I actually couldn't have believed that that's how. Yeah. They would have revealed like, oh, it's coming. Like it didn't make sense. And then they did the thing at the end. But even then, like you said, like just a throwaway.
Yeah, because as soon as you saw it at the end, he's like, okay, it's Racing 9 here now. Like we know it's here. Like I think that I mean something decent. I guess wasn't too bad. Was the Sonic Racing? Did you like look at that? I know you're not into probably. Right. I mean, Sonic Racing games.
People like it, but
I think the Minecraft DLC would be fun. I don't know why.
That did slightly pique my interest.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know if you had any other points about the showcase. I mean, the Summer Games Fest there. So,
I had a few honourable mentions for games. So I had, because I didn't really. Yeah, I had the James Bond casino mission for Hitman. And before listen,
yeah, go on.
I think that's a good strategy to promote James Bond, the new game.
I think that was just IO Interactive just trying to flex more because they're just trying to get their name out.
But that makes sense. Because that's right.
It was cool, but
no, it makes sense. No,
it didn't hit me the right way. Like maybe it's hitting you. I don't know. Like,
my dude, it's better than going, oh yeah, there's more coming about Resi than revealing it at the end, my dude. So
it's true.
But yeah, I think it makes sense because remember as well. I understand what you're saying. But remember, this James Bond's probably quite a big deal for IO because if it flops, it will probably send the whole studio into a meltdown. Turmoil, So I get why they would do that to get people excited about it. And then there was the skin and the skins for for James Bond and the gun and stuff. You know what I mean? So I get what you're saying, but I think that doing that made more sense.
Yeah.
That I get the part that I didn't get, like when they're on stage and like proper blowing smoke up each other. Like okay, fine, I understand, but taking that away, the actual giving the mission out, having skins for it, linking it back to Bond. And doing it after they announced the game, I think was a good thing, which is why I put it as an honourable mention, because I actually quite liked the idea that they're doing that.
Okay.
I also mentioned Death Stranding 2, not because of the Kojima section, but just that they showed a bit more. It's quite nice. Again, as I said, I haven't finished the first game, but I still really like the concept of Death Stranding, and that's in there. Atomic Heart 2, I put as an honourable mention. And again, it's another, I really like the game.
I just played a bit of number one. It didn't really hit me, so I decided I wasn't really interested.
That's why it's another.
I mean, it looked cool. Yeah. I don't know what the other game was. The Cube.
That's just a universe game. It's not part of Atomic Heart. It's just I get. That's why it's not even on here because I was just like.
It's not. Doesn't get mentioned.
No. I also mentioned Onimusha just because we saw more. I know it was, but we saw.
That was like such a snippet. It was unbelievable. I thought they could have showed a lot more than that. I mean, I think they did before. Was it last year? I think when they showed.
They showed a bit. It was
Yeah.
about that much. It was about that much though.
Okay.
Maybe a bit more. But that's their honourable mention. And then I mentioned Mafia because it looks cool.
Oh, Mafia is definitely getting bought regardless.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, yeah.
Oof.
And the collection, the triple pack with the first 3 games is like a tenner now on sale.
Oh, I think I got that for even less than that for some.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah,
I got it on disc, guy.
Oh, yeah. So you would have got well cheap. Yeah. And then the last one was Ill. That it was the Resident Evil looking one, but it's the same guys that did Atomic Heart.
Is that trailer with the babies in it?
Yes.
Yeah, that looked nuts.
Yeah, I put it as an honorable mention because I like the look of it, but I was also like, it. As I said, it kind of like our first thing I'm thinking of is like Resident Evil.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll see when it comes out and when we can play it. I'm sure it's probably be quite a cool game because Atomic Heart plays really well, so I can imagine that playing well at least.
I feel like I could give that game another chance, Atomic Heart. I feel like I might have to just give it.
I stopped playing because I just didn't have time with other stuff, not because I didn't like it. So I would definitely give it another try.
Yeah.
And then that way you categorically know you don't like it or not.
I don't think it's on Game Pass anymore. I think I took it off.
Son of a gun. We'll figure it out.
I'll double check if it is
check.
again, I believe I took it off.
Those are honourable mentions, and then I've got 3 games that I guess it'll be the same thing. I'm going to mention them and talk a little bit about what they are.
Go on then.
So highlight one was End of Abyss. That was the Little Nightmares looking game.
Oh yes.
That looked cool. That's kind of my thing. I like Little Nightmares, but then to get something that's very similar and it's a twin, I like the top-down twin stick stuff. To get that, I'm very excited. It looked wicked, and I can see why your face. You know what I mean? There's that, and then Mouse PI for Hire. There's the Steamboat Mickey style.
Oh yeah,
game.
I saw that before, and I was like, I think they showed it last year, didn't they? I think
they've showed it a few times because that wasn't the original name. I can't remember what it was before. I think it was like Detective Mouse or something.
Yeah, I think they changed it. Yeah, definitely think they changed the name on that.
It looks really cool. I like the Steamboat Mickey art style. I think that works with some games like that, and it's got like a.
It's like the Cuphead style almost. Not
almost.
Like,
Literally, if you think of Steamboat Mickey, it's literally that art style, just obviously slightly more modern. It looks funny as well, but I like that type of stuff where it's kind of.
That's first. Is it first person?
First
right?
person.
Yeah, first person.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. So I had that there as well. That was kind of a highlight. I know, and that's when I was saying to you before this, I was saying to Sean that there's some games that I might mention them, and it's not necessarily because they're new or like the big hitter thing, but it's stuff that I've been keeping an eye on.
Yeah, that you're interested.
End of Abyss was new, so I've never seen that. But like Mouse PI for Hire, I've been following, and it was nice to see it at the showcase. And then the last thing is probably very, very obvious: Resident Evil 9. Back,
I will not be playing that. I'll tell you that.
Why?
I haven't played the others. I haven't played the others at all. Like honestly, I think I played little bits of each one.
I'll tell you something. I was saying to Sean when I listened back to the last episode, I was cracking up when I started laying into it about Silent Hill. Like I was laughing at myself, and I don't normally do that, but I was just anyway. You go back to Raccoon City. I mean, that's falling on deaf ears on you, but I love the whole Raccoon City side of Resident Evil.
The whole environment.
Do you know what I mean? So going back to that's really exciting. And actually a quirk that I guess you may not necessarily know, not everybody might know, is the protagonist, the girl, in the trailer when she's talking to her boss and he says about the lady that's died 8 years ago. Yeah. That's potentially the character if that's her mum, it's a character from Resident Evil Outbreak.
Okay.
So it's from really old Resident Evil on PS2. And the reason I bring that up is it's significant in a few ways. It's significant because it draws back to Outbreak. And Outbreak, from what I remember, Outbreak had a bit of a weird reception. Like loads of people liked it, lots of people didn't.
Yeah.
And it has like an underground cult following. So it's significant for that, but it's also significant because Outbreak's kind of the way I see Outbreak is it's like one of the side games. So you have the main 1 to 9 now, and then you have like Revelations and all of those sorts of.
I had Revelations actually.
Yeah, there we go.
3DS.
Stuff like that. So that's why it's significant because it harkers. I mean, especially for me, I like it when mainline Resi games hint back at games that aren't necessarily part of the main list because it always means it adds that because it's kind of like the stuff they do with Marvel where it legitimizes characters that you and Star Wars where you typically think in Legends it doesn't exist but then it legitimizes. Yeah. So Resident Evil. That was my Summer Games Fest. That's what I really liked out of that showcase.
Okay, so if you was to give it a score out of 10, the showcase,
I'd still probably give it a 4 or 5.
I'm literally the same boat. That is literally where I'm at 4 or 5 of it.
Yeah, because if you think about it, a lot of the stuff that I've listed here, we've either seen a lot of it already.
That's it, yeah.
Or a lot of it was indie stuff, which again, I've picked out indie stuff that I really like, but I want AAA stuff as well. I don't want just indie. And before you say anything, Jeff did emphasize, and I knew it was coming when he said, look, there's 3 indie games or whatever in amongst AAA titles. I knew from then it was just going to be indie, which is absolutely fine. But what worries me for the industry if they're trying to bank on indie developers.
It's true.
Because AAA, the whole reason it's called AAA is because it's meant to be like the spearhead.
Yeah, the blockbuster games, and that's it. You need it.
Anyway, that's probably another conversation when industry gets into turmoil. But yeah, that's 4 or 5.
It's already in turmoil.
Yeah, well.
It's already in turmoil. I didn't even mention this actually, to be fair, when you just said that. Obviously, like, was it Ben Studios? They laid off more people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the industry's already in turmoil. People are getting laid off left, right, and centre. Like, we just had a couple of weeks ago, I guess the Black Panther team, like, say, was gone. Like, do you know what I mean? So it's like, over there, EA. But, yeah.
It's
insane.
Everyone away.
But anyway, as we move on, my favourite showcase.
Oh,
as you can tell by the chain. As you can tell by the chain. Woo!
Oh, boy.
Good old Xbox.
I liked it,
Loved it.
And they seem to be getting, like, gradually better. I wouldn't say better and better, like as if they're hitting them.
It's true.
But I think they it was a good show, and I have a few bits for that, but obviously I'll let you cover your...
I mean, obviously, I'm a little biased. I am an Xbox player. I love Xbox more than the other consoles. I own the other consoles as well, don't get it twisted. But I'm more Xbox than PlayStation and Nintendo. If I had to go rank them, obviously Xbox, I'll go Nintendo then PlayStation, because Nintendo has just always been there as well for me from childhood. Like, but Super Nintendo, I still got it. Do you know what I mean? So we ain't even going to go there with that. But yeah, Xbox is where I'm at. And this showcase, I feel like it was the best one.
I think
out of the say the PlayStation Summer Games Fest and the Xbox, I will give it to Xbox more.
Okay, if you're comparing those two, then yes.
Yeah.
But listen, I love Xbox.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
I'm the same as you. I have everything else.
Yeah.
I still wouldn't rank anyone higher than any other, because I think they were all equal.
No, there's games on each one that hit other people, like, definitely. I'm not saying
But I think between the Summer Games Fest and the Xbox Showcase.
And that PlayStation.
I wouldn't even put PlayStation in because they did it like 2 days before. They don't even count.
Yeah, but it's in the same period.
Xbox.
They had to get theirs. They just rushed theirs out to get early, because I thought it was going to be the next week, but they just did it early.
Well, agree to disagree that yes, I think the Xbox Showcase is the highest. Because yes, okay, fine, I'll give you that.
All right. Yeah, a lot of stuff to talk about. The main topic of that show, the handheld. ROG Xbox Ally and a ROG Xbox Ally X. Obviously, got 2 different versions. Obviously, the white and the black one. So the white one's that your base model. The black one's the extreme, bells and whistles, haptic, everything like that. So, what do you think about it? What were your first impressions when you saw them?
I'll be honest, I stopped paying attention. As soon as it came on, I was like, oh. And that is because I wanted a handheld that it was Xbox specifically, not ROG helping them out. And I knew that was coming anyway. I just think I could buy one.
See, for me, I thought it was smart, because I think they already had the technology. They had the console there ready, and all they've done is just slap their controls on the side and put their chip in and do whatever. So they've not had to really go crazy, but obviously they pushed it. Obviously, changing the chip and everything inside, they've done what they need to do as a company to make sure it's the best quality for them. So instead of like creating a whole new thing, which might have issues,
this is going to have issues.
It's going to have issues as
well.
I'm
going to tell you why in a minute. Why it's going to have issues.
I know why you're going to say.
I'm going to tell you why.
I feel like it was just. I think it was perfect. I think for me it was just a perfect pairing. It's here your issues.
It only makes sense because they've cancelled their own one they were designing in house. That's why it makes sense. It doesn't make sense otherwise. Because if you think back when they were talking about handheld, they absolutely blew it out of water, out of proportion when they were saying about, oh, handheld, we want to do this, all of this stuff. Like Sarah Bond did it, Phil Spencer did it, even Matt Booty did it, all blowing it like it was the next thing, right? Partnering with ROG and doing that handheld is not what they were promising when they talked about handheld.
I don't think it was. Yeah, 100% wasn't.
But that's why I'm saying to you, it doesn't make sense.
Right this second, it was perfect.
It makes sense because they cancelled their one. That's why.
Even if they didn't cancel it, I don't know why. It feels good.
No,
it feels.
I think it's lazy.
I can see that.
Because I could go buy a ROG now for the exact same thing without an AI chip, which is another problem I'll get to. Do you know, like that's my point. I understand brand theming and putting brand stuff on a device because anyone can do that. Do you know what I mean? It's not unique. Like even the PlayStation Portal, right? It's whack. It's cooked.
Okay,
but PlayStation made it, and it was an attempt to do what I thought Xbox wanted to do in a similar manner. I imagine much better and probably more handheldy than just streaming it to the, I almost thought they were going to do like a Vita.
Because I feel like if the Xbox did it, it would be similar to the PlayStation.
I think they would have done a Vita.
I don't feel done that small though.
No, it would have been bit. But I genuinely thought they were going to do a Vita special and have the ability to do all that streaming stuff, but let you play games on it.
I guess so. Then it would just be downloading the games and stuff, not cartridges or anything like that.
Yeah, I guess downloading it. And I know you're going to go, oh yeah, you can do it on the ROG, but
no,
but
I didn't say that.
No, you were looking at me like you were going to say it. Don't you get? but I just don't. I think it's a lazy attempt at something because they got told by their boss, we're not doing this anymore. Just do something. Because think that ROG, they probably could have a 2-month turnaround getting that ROG set up.
Yeah.
Because as I said, all they're going to do is swap the chip out, which I'm going to get to. The chip is an AI chip.
Yes.
Because they emphasized Windows before Xbox when they talked about it in the conference. And for those of you that know, said company I may have worked for, I totally get why that is a thing. And it's frustrating. That's probably why I'm more annoyed by it than anyone else. It's frustrating. And you know what was even better than that?
What?
Our good friends at Google, I say good friends, they don't know us, but Google pulled out the old Pixel, one of these bad boys, right?
Yeah.
They did a benchmark test, didn't they? Against Minecraft. And guess what they did? The Pixel the Pixel outperformed the ROG to play Minecraft. My guy, it's cooked. That doesn't make any sense.
It's cooked, but I'll still get one. There's nothing you can say right now to deter me. I'm not getting a Google Pixel.
I'm not. No, that's a whole nother story. Look, as much as I'm being cynical, I'm only being cynical because I'm disappointed more than anything else.
No, I hear your concerns, honestly.
I fully get if people really want to get it, and it'd be the same thing if PlayStation did it. If they're fully invested, they're going to want to pick it up. I just don't.
Unless this is like the Wii U to Switch situation. So say like this is like their Wii U, like now they're just like, okay, we'll just partner with these guys now, do whatever. Then we'll go make our one next. So it could be the same situation right now. Which
this is Microsoft, I don't think it will be. But yes, okay, sure. I can
never know. You never know. They could actually
Sean, I worked for the company. I don't think they're gonna do
I was gonna say that.
Yeah. Don't say anything. I shouldn't even be saying anything. But anyway, that's the ROG. Interesting. Right. A varied opinion, I think, on that. Anyway.
Yeah, so we've got two versions of that. Definitely want to pick one up, the Extreme one for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Another standout from that conference quickly was Clockwork Revolution in Exile game.
I'm just checking. I didn't even bring that up.
You didn't bring that up. I had a feeling you wouldn't bring that up, but it was a long, obviously, about almost 5 minutes of trailer there. It was quite a long, lengthy little piece of going through, obviously, the world, the guns, the characters and stuff like that. So you ran through quite a lot. Obviously, you get that steampunk kind of first-person game style there. It almost looks like Bioshock vibes as well. Powers with your hands and all that stuff.
Yeah, I get that.
So, but it was proper. That was looking forward to playing that. I think that's coming straight to Game Pass as well, day one.
Maybe
so
I'll give it a try.
Definitely getting that. Another shocker. Surprised everyone. Final Fantasy remake and 16 as well.
I put that in my honorable mentions. Yeah, all that coming to Xbox.
So yeah, Final Fantasy 16 is available right now if you want to go play it on Xbox. So yeah, that's insane. That actually just dropped as well. Another crazy one, Ninja Gaiden 4.
That's an honorable mention.
Yeah, October 21st here coming out. Same thing, gameplay there. We got movements, we saw bosses, we saw everything like that. Was just that style of gameplay is just incredible as well. Like just super fast paced as well. I mean, if you like Devil May Cry and stuff like that, then definitely pick up that game. This isn't shocking me. Obsidian dropping 2 games. So Grounded 2.
Oh God, yeah, okay.
And Outer Worlds 2. And they've already dropped this year, Avowed. So they have 3 games out in 1 year. Do you know how insane?
One of them is on my list.
Do you know how insane that is?
No, for that studio it is, especially if you bank that
3 games in 1 year. Obviously, I know the Grounded 2 is a preview, but still, it's like it's still
the first Grounded was in preview.
That's what I'm saying for Ep4 for a while, to be fair. But yeah, to drop 3 games, I mean, congratulations to them on that. And I say I played Avowed for a little while. I probably need to get back into that world again, and that was super fun. I'm not sure if you played Avowed yet. Did you manage to play Avowed?
No.
Don't worry, you'll get on it soon. And I think you might have this on your notes as well. But the one that shocked me as well, we saw the name Game Freak pop up on the screen.
That's on my list.
Yeah. and the game Beast of Reincarnation showed us almost like Monster Hunter type vibes.
Yeah.
It was insane. And I know also, I've heard a lot of other podcasts and other people talk about this game and stuff, like the shock that Game Freak are making a game like this, and Pokemon is just looking the same. Like for how long they're not updating and doing anything to any other kind of IPs they have and stuff like that. It's like, where did this come from? Like, this game looks incredible.
Yeah, that was on my list, to be fair.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What else? I don't know. What else you have on your list? Or...
Right, and just to check as well, so everybody knows, we might not get time to go through the rest of the showcase that I have, but I think we can make that next week's episode because it's still relevant and stuff. So I'll go through what I've got for Xbox just to make sure we get that in. But yeah, and to clarify, I've covered the Day of the Devs, women-led games, Latin American games, Wholesome Direct, South Asian, games, and Frosty Games Fest. The PC Game Show, and then I covered Green Games and Accessibility Showcase as well. But we'll go through those next week.
So they did add Future Game Show. There was so many different...
tons of stuff. Tons of stuff.
Like...
So the showcase, so I had honourable mentions. I had Gears of War Reloaded, which I said I called it. Thank you.
Joker.
Yes. Black Ops 7 is an honourable mention.
Okay.
Yep. Super Meat Boy 3D. I wasn't expecting that. I thought that was pretty cool. Super Meat Boy was pretty cool.
That was fun.
And I mentioned Final Fantasy coming to Xbox, Ninja Gaiden 4, and the ROG Ally as honourable mentions.
See, I called both of them too in my predictions.
Yeah, there you go. See, you did some.
I'm happy.
Crazy guy saying Halo. The 4 games. So the 4 games I'll quickly mention, as I said, because I'm just to make sure we're in time. Invincible Versus.
That was insane.
Looked banging. Yeah. The graphics look great. It suits the genre. It makes sense.
Yeah, I was watching the thing with the people that made it, one of the developers and stuff, and another guy said it's literally almost mimicking Killer Instinct.
Yeah, cool. I prefer that.
So they said it had the same kind of mechanics with the combo breaking and stuff like that Killer Instinct and stuff. So I'm excited. But yeah, the blood, the gore in that, it's just everything just insane.
Great. Yeah, cool. And I think they showed the right characters to get people in.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm all up for that. So that's really cool. So I also mentioned Beast and Reincarnation.
Yes.
I did like a double take when I saw Game Freak. I was like, what?
Yeah, because I was thinking, what?
So there was that. And it
Pokemon
also...
Xbox?
Do you know what I mean? It also reminded me of Studio Ghibli a little bit, just because of the first creature in the trailer.
Yeah.
It looks almost the same as in Princess Mononoke. It's the forest spirit.
Yeah.
It almost looks identical.
That's crazy.
So I was like, that's actually quite a vibe. So that's also one of the reasons why. And it's Studio Ghibli on like I guess like when you think of like steampunk in that sense. Like I see this game as like the steampunk to Ghibli. Okay. So it looks pretty cool. Then I also mentioned Mudang Two Hearts.
Yeah. I kind of wrote it down. I forgot to mention it, but yeah, that game. That South Korean game,
there looks like there's 2 characters you can play. One character.
I thought it was 3.
Was it 3? It looked like 2. I said 3 at first. You got the tactical dude and the girl, basically, is what I recall seeing. But if there's 3, I did have 3 jotted down first. But it was like a Resident Evil Splinter Cell vibe going, which looked really cool.
At the end, I think the end of the trailer looked like a Splinter Cell because it's kind of mask.
His
mask opened up kind of thing and did a little thing.
Yeah, it looked really cool. I'm up for that.
Yeah, the graphics looked insane.
yeah.
And the movement, everything looks so.
And then lastly, I had Kronos. You know, the Dead Space looking game with the ball helmet. And
Oh
stuff. Yeah, looked really cool. The environment looks really interesting and cool, and it gave Dead Space vibes. Which
I think, do you know what it was? Because I saw that as the same thing like you said, Dead Space vibe before. I've seen them all. Like, I mean, Callisto Protocol tried it already, and it's like, you know what I mean? It's just all these games have tried it. I'm like, yo, just stop.
That's all I've got. As I said, like you said with Kronos, it's, you know, I just like the look of it, and especially from the last few trailers. It was a good week this week. And as I said, I've got plenty of stuff we can cover next week as well.
Obviously I have more game stuff definitely for next week, and it's been interesting.
Today flew. It went by. I think we had so much to talk about. It just went
crazy. But yeah, I mean, I appreciate everyone listening to the podcast. Hope you're having fun listening to it as much as we're talking about the stuff we're talking about. And we'll see you guys next week on the next one. Is there anything else you want to say? Anything else you want to add?
Thank you to Mike Check Studios. We're here. This is the second time we've been here. And thank you to Michael as well, who's in the background.
There you go.
Helping us out with the editing stuff. Yeah, we appreciate it. As I think I already said, Sean called me when we listened to the first episode we did here, and we were just laughing because of how crisp it sounded compared to the first few episodes. I
mean, obviously, you can tell the first two, was using my laptop, and then now we're just obviously on the mics.
We're sorting all that stuff so we can do more of that. But yes, appreciate that. But thank you all for listening. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Have a good one, innit?
Have a good one, guys.
Peace.
Peace.